Right, part 3. If you're looking for a lot of action in this part, there's not a great deal, but it does provide a conclusion to the hour and a half that I played on this server. This is my initial experience on DayZ PvP servers. I've played a lot since then, played quite a few PvP servers and a lot more Breaking Point as well. I do have some footage of Breaking Point, so I might look at creating a video from that, but we'll see. So yeah, I was mentioned in the previous video that I was heading back towards Bolota here to pick up some more ammo for the SA-58 that I've got, or possibly look for another weapon before heading back towards Cherno. I'd like to have some kind of automatic rifle. The Enfield's really good. I mean, if you get that initial shot off, you'll knock someone out with it. But this server at the time, it did seem kind of laggy, and I wanted something a bit more powerful to make sure that I had a fair fight if I come across any other players. But I'm just looking around here to see if there's anyone, and this seems to be quite a hot spot, this little area here. There's quite a few bodies around, quite a few cars. Just making sure it's clear before I head back over. Ah, there's someone. Lag seems to play a big part with this game. I mean, lag always plays a big part with a lot of games, but it's definitely a problem on this game. You always want to pick a server where you've got the lowest possible latency, lowest possible ping. Make sure it's hosted in the country that you reside in. I've noticed that sometimes I'll get in a firefight and I know that I've shot the guy, and I know for a fact that I've shot him before he shot me, but then, you know, the server will update and I'll be the one lying on the ground dying. This server was quite laggy, and I think it's actually because they allow a lot of players on this server though. I did join it again afterwards, and I think they raised the amount of players to 80 rather than 60, and there was quite a few complaints in the chat about how that affected the lag on the server and the registration of bullets. I'm taking the long way around. Make sure I stay in the trees. As you've seen, if you've watched the previous two videos, there's quite a lot of activity around here. Obviously people are spawning in Kamenka and Bolota as well, so you know, you've always got the chance that it looks clear but you could turn around and all of a sudden there's someone right behind you, so you have to always keep an eye out. There's plenty of shots going off in the distance as well. That was me just checking my ping there. As I've been talking about the lag, it really had an effect on this server, so I was making sure that my ping was fine. And it wasn't me that was lagging, it was just the performance of the server that was causing it to create issues when in firefights. I should have probably really just went straight in and checked both the barracks the first time I passed through below it, but I mean we'll go back and check, see if there's anything there, and see what happens. I've seen some, when I was playing on the server, I've seen some crazy distances that people have been killed with the Lee Enfield. I have no idea how they do it. I think it's got an effective range of like 400 meters, and obviously it's a 2-shot kill. It takes, I believe, 8,000 blood for each bullet. Yeah, there's somebody else here. They definitely sound like Lee Enfield shots. I don't see anyone. Sounds like he was over this hill a little bit. Oh, that's pretty darn close. It's probably around in between the two hangars next to the barracks that's there. This is obviously got custom buildings on it, this server. There's one barracks in between, right in between the two hangars there, and there's one next to the aircraft control tower on the other side. So it might have been either one. That's something else I need to get used to in this game, is the audio. I mean, I do have decent positional audio, but I'm not always able to pick up the direction that it's coming from. I don't think I'm completely used to it yet. I've played a lot of Counter-Strike Global Offensive. I played the original Counter-Strike for years, and I never really had a problem working out where the audio was coming from, but it's a little bit more difficult in this game, at least for me anyway. I don't know how it works for you guys. I've watched some videos where people just can easily identify where the shots are coming from, and half the time I'm like turning around and pointing in the wrong direction, getting shot from behind. So it's definitely something I'll have to work on and have a look at. So we'll make our way up in between these two hangars here and jump in the barracks, see if there's any decent weapons around. It's highly unlikely. I mean, there's that many people running around here that the spawns have probably, all the best spawns have probably been taken already. We'll have a look and see. Car door there. Sounds like he's driving in the other direction, so. Some SA-58 ammo? We should be so lucky. So I'm thinking this guy might have got out. I've just moved into the side here to try and get an angle where... No, he's still in the car. I was just trying to get an angle where I'll see him before he sees me. He's definitely got out now, or at least turned the engine off. The trouble is when you're peeking out to the left, you tend to show more of you than they do of them. You always want to be peeking to the right. Is he gonna come in here? Oh, he must be driving off. Nothing in there. We'll go and check the ACT tower and then check the other barracks. I'm still wondering what this guy's doing in the car. I'm just trying to find him. And see if I could get... Oh! Sniper shot. So I heard this sniper. I knew that he must be up there in the hills. In the tree line somewhere. And I was actually quite proud of myself here. Like I say, I didn't really have very much PvP experience at all, and my positional awareness of where the shots are coming from and my audio is not... I'm not 100% used to it yet, so I was quite... it was quite good that I managed to at least figure out and locate where the shot came from. And I'm heading up now to see if I can find this guy, get close enough to him before he spots me. I'm pretty sure that he can't see me this far down, because obviously I'm down in the trees now, and he didn't take a shot on me until I was fully up at the top of the stairs. So he must be up here somewhere. I hear some shots now. That's obviously the initial shot drew some zombies, so it sounds like a Glock, and I know that he's taking out the zombies now. And that's good, because all of his shots have given us a direction to follow, to find him. So this should be an easy kill. This is the exact position you want to be in. We know where he is, and he doesn't know where we are. Let me see him. Now that's quite a distance, plus I've got a lot of shake from running around. So, and knowing how absolute rubbish I am with the Lee Enfield, I think twice about taking the shot. I'm just staying in the tree here to try and wait until I get my breath back. At least try and close some of the distance between me and him while I'm recovering my breath, so that it'll steady my aim. It sounds like he's still having some problems with zombies up there. Right. So we're flanking around the side, and I decide to get my weapon out, maybe take the shot, and there it is. And we miss. Now that is a prime example of what not to do. I mean, I'm so... At this point, I'm so utterly disappointed in myself that I had that shot and I just gave it away. So yeah, we need to find him quick before he disappears and gets an angle on us. Here's the zombies. This must be the tree that he was under. It's still showing up his name for some reason. I think this is the last spot that I saw him in, so it tends to show you the name. And I didn't quite know that at the time, so I'm wondering if he's still in this tree and I just can't see him, or if he's logged out, or what's going on. But there's absolutely nobody here. It's funny to look back at these videos and see how I played then and how I play now. I mean, you have to make these mistakes to learn from them, so this was quite a significant mistake that I've learned from since, and now I definitely do try to not make these mistakes again. But yeah, he now has the upper hand. We've lost him, and I'm just wondering where he's went. I even checked my kills there to see if I've got anything registered. Now I clearly missed him, but you know, I'm just making sure that he's definitely still around here somewhere. I've got two things in my mind here. First thing is I want to find him. I'm running north here because the last direction he was heading was east or northeast, and I want to kind of head north to make sure that he's not trying to flank me. But as you can see, I turned to my east there, and I didn't travel it far enough north. So I'm getting back over this hill, see what's going on with this shot. See if I could see anyone down there. So like I said, I've got two things on my mind here. I'm thinking, I've been through below it now, there's nothing there, there's far too much activity to find any decent weapons. I think most of them have already been scavenged, everyone's picked up all the good stuff, and even if I do find some ammo, you know, it's going to be pretty tough getting in and out of there again, especially with snipers hanging around. Now you can see, I am clearly in a totally rubbish position here. If this guy's still around, he's already flanked around me somewhere, and he's coming from the north. That's what I would have done. I would have headed up further north, or went through this town. Now what I'm looking at is the zombies here. I'm trying to see if he's here, and I'm checking the player list as well to see if he's in the player list, and I think he's there. So he definitely didn't log off. At this point, I'm thinking that he ran east and went through that town, and actually, I'm still pretty sure that's what he did do, is ran directly east. And obviously, these zombies could have been spawned by me, but I have a feeling that they were spawned by him. So I'm just wondering if he's down there in that town. looking back on this, this is absolutely crazy. I'm in a terrible position. He could be anywhere around me, and you know, any smart player's not going to be in the same position for too long. So he's obviously moved off by now, even if he did go through that town. By this point, I think I've decided that he's moved off now and left the area. So I'm just having a look around below to see if there's any targets of opportunity before I head off northeast, a little bit north, but then head on the east track and move my way back over towards Cherno. I'm not entirely sure where all the custom spawns and buildings are on this server, so I was hoping that if I do head back towards Cherno, I can maybe find another barracks or another vehicle with a weapon already in there that I can use. And there we go. We've found them. Again, I think this is due to lag. You can see that I just haven't died. I'm obviously dead. I haven't even lost any blood. But yeah. So as you can see, you can even though I died there and I made a lot of mistakes, you can learn a lot from that. It's definitely good to look back and see how we played it.